So, if you wasn't aware, Postscriptum a few months ago was rebranded into Squad 44, and the owners of Postscriptum, Offworld Industries, are now continuing development of the game after it being in limbo for about a year. Now, what this means for the game is, well, yeah, it's going to get more development. There is a new team developing the game. It's a team behind one of the mods for the game. I believe it was Chapter Mercury. And we've been waiting on what their future plans are for the game, pretty much waiting for a roadmap. And now we have the first roadmap from the new devs, a 6-month roadmap. So let's talk through it, and I'll give you my opinions on what this roadmap is and what it could mean for the game. So first off, what they're working on is overhauling the Chapter 1 maps. Chapter 1 for Squad 44 Postscriptum, I believe, was the initial release, the initial maps, the Operation Market Garden maps. What they're doing is a graphical overhaul of these Chapter 1 maps, because some of these maps do look a bit dated when comparing them to the newer maps or the more recent maps that made it into the game. Now, while they're overhauling these maps, they are going to go over and fix bugs in the game and in these maps and push for further optimization. Now, optimization, it can be a bit of an issue in Squad 44. It affects different people and different maps, so making the game run really well for everyone, or as many people as possible, will be a damn good thing. Now, there has been a recent update to Squad 44. I haven't got round to playing it yet, but they did change how the spawn and logistics system work in the game. I know some people aren't happy with it. I know they've removed MSPs, which are the drivable trucks, the spawn points. They have put one MSP back in now, but they're going to continue looking at this system, and the logistics system is going to get a lot more updated going forward, with more buildables coming into the game. And we've got a sneak peek at what some of these buildables are. I'm not sure if there's some buildables in the background of these images that are new to the game or not, because I've never played logistics, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure this barbed wire is new. Barbed wire will be useful because it can just block off alleyways in urban areas and just try to funnel the enemy down to certain areas. And we have a tank trap version of it, basically just some iron or steel planted in the ground, but it will divert tanks. Now, in addition to these changes to the Chapter 1 maps and bringing in new logistics stuff, weapons will get retextured to make them look better. And we've got a sneak peek at some of these now. We can't really zoom in and see how detailed these are or really compare them with this image to what we have in the game now, just because of how it's all laid out. But making the game look better, it's always going to be a good thing. But the main thing really is, how will it impact performance? So that is what the devs are currently working on now. What they have got in a concept phase is to overhaul the other chapters that were released after Chapter 1. I'm not sure how many chapters were released for Squad 44 Postscriptum, but pretty much they are going to look over all the maps to make the maps look better and play better. One thing I think they really should look at is all the buildings. I'm talking about Chapter 1 maps as well, because in Postscriptum or Squad 44, I always call the urban areas fake North Korean towns, because all the interiors are just white walls, wooden floor, they're all the same, and there's just nothing inside them. And one of the reasons for this is optimization, because you can go into pretty much every single building. They can't put stuff in these buildings because it'll be a massive extra added cost to performance, because you'd have to have all these extra assets loaded. I think they should look at pretty much closing off some buildings so they can make what buildings are left as enterable actually look better and have stuff inside them to make them not feel like a fake North Korean town. But they are also looking to improve player heads and arms and other aspects of the player models to make those look better, which really, if they're doing the weapons, then yeah, they should do the player models, because if you got a really high quality weapon and a not as good quality player model, it could look a bit odd. And they are going to be improving admin tools for server owners and add in new tutorials and an improved firing range, which will be awesome. I hope the tutorial is something more in line with how Squad does it, where the Squad tutorial, it sort of feels like an old school single player tutorial mission where you'll be in the barracks and you have to go through the obstacle course and do some other bits. I think they should do something like that to try and bring new people into the game and explain the various systems that are in the game. Now, looking further into the future, what they've got planned is a new game mode. Not sure what that mode is yet. They haven't said anything about it. I hope that mode isn't really something like go to this area and just stand there and wait until it's captured. I think this conquest style mode, while it's not called conquest in Squad 44, if you have to go to an objective area, sit and wait until that objective's captured, it's pretty much a conquest style mode. We need to move away from that sort of mode because it's just used in every single tactical or hardcore shooter, and we just need something different, and I hope these guys can do it. They're also adding a new faction into the game. Work has already been started on that faction with a new theatre of war and increasing server player limits. They are also planning to improve how they interact with the community with showing off mods for the game, because Squad 44 does have a bunch of mods. Not just maps, but other stuff. If you're a weeb, there's anime panzer tanks in there or something, so check those out. They'll be supporting community clan events, which will be great for the community. They'll also be revamping the current partner program and doing regular monthly live streams and playing games with the community while bringing in the devs and doing live QAs and stuff like that, which will be really great to support the community with. Postscriptum, or Squad 44, which I should keep calling it now, is a really good World War II shooter. It's definitely more hardcore or realistic than Hell Let Loose, and if you enjoy Hell Let Loose but want something more hardcore, definitely check out Squad 44. It does have a smaller player count than something like Hell Let Loose, but I think the community that plays it is a lot more dedicated to actually playing the game how it's meant to be played, actually building spawn points properly and communicating like a team. You can have a really great experience playing Squad 44. And I will be making more content for the game, gameplay videos and impressions, and keeping an eye on how the patches and updates go along. So if you want to stay up to date on Squad 44, then subscribe to the channel, because that sort of information will be coming. And if you want to support the channel, then click the join button below the video to become a member and support the channel. A big thank you to the current members of the channel, and if you like the video, give it a like, dislike if you didn't. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more.